Hello everyone, Evasion here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I have my first ever ranked solo shuffle, and probably my first ever solo shuffle in general. I have never played this game mode before, and I'm really excited that we have solo ranked arena of some kind in World of Warcraft coming in Dragonflight. This is honestly good because, people just always, for years, people complain, oh, I don't have people to play with. It's hard to find people because you kind of gotta, connect with people. But when there's no, that's a whole other rant. We don't have to get into that. But anyway, so now we can just play the game, and that's gonna be pretty fun. So I'm hopping into my first ever solo shuffle here. What the strategy is: burn the person with the least gear. Now, as you get higher ranking, this will go away. But for this game in particular, there's two people that are less geared than the rest of them, so I keep trying to direct my teammates who to go on. And what I like about this game mode is that it's good for people that excel at making something out of chaotic situations, because very quickly you have to like talk to two new people each round and try to organize something, and that's going to be a major factor I think in a lot of solo shuffles. One thing that I really like about solo shuffle is that, from what I know, each spec will have its own rating attached to it. So what that means is, if I climb really high rankings as, say, assassination rogue, then I have a totally different rating for subtlety and combat. If I'm less good at outlaw rogue, then what that means is I'll be able to queue up and not worry about tanking my rating as assassination, and I get to enjoy three separate ratings on one character, which is super good for those people that want to play alts but maybe don't have enough time, so they get to enjoy multiple specs of their character they do have geared. Since a lot of gear nowadays can be used for multiple specs in retail. I wish they could have done this with teams back in the day, by letting you have like multiple teams with different people. This is kind of giving me the same vibes as that idea. StarCraft actually has the system where you can queue up, say, 2v2 with a friend, and your friend goes to bed. You can start a different team with another friend or another person and climb on a totally separate rating. And I think that's a great idea because it promotes people playing together. It doesn't alienate from people. You don't have to say like, "Yo, I can't play with you this week because I'm trying to keep my 2K from my shoulders." There's lots of people that do that kind of thing. And with the system where you have like a bunch of different ratings, you don't need to worry about stuff like that so much. And obviously, this is gone from retail, but that's like that. It's basically promoting people playing together, is my point, and it's a good change for the game. On the note of classes having different ratings, another thing that is being added alongside that is there's going to be, I believe, a title for the first season. It'll be called Crimson Soloist, and essentially, it's like, if I interpret this correctly, it's essentially like Gladiator of solo queue, and it will be awarded to like the top percentage of each spec, as far as I know. So basically, if you're say like a Destruction Warlock, you're only competing against other Destruction Warlocks. So if like Affliction is better or something like that, just to use that as an example, then you're not trying to get that title away from the spec that is better. You're only competing with your own spec. So I think that like that's like a really, really good thing to have, because even if the game isn't the most balanced, you can still, if your favorite spec is Destruction, just to keep using the same class, then you can play that and try to go for your title. Even though you might be at a much overall lower rating than somebody playing the other spec, you're still the top percentage of the people playing that spec. And I think that's really, really fun. It'll also give people more avenues to obtain that title. Like maybe they're better at a certain spec. Maybe a certain spec is way overperforming. Maybe they're good at a spec that nobody else is good at, right? And then you have an advantage. You'll actually be able to try and push that title, even if you don't end up at a super high rating, but nobody plays it. Like maybe like Arcane Mage or something like that. You can get the soloist title. I think that's pretty cool. And a lot of the regular PvP rewards will be able to be obtained from solo queue. Gladiator, the regular Gladiator title will still be reserved for 3v3. And yeah, so it's like my kind of first rant, I suppose, about ranked solo queue. I think it's great. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna get me playing the game. I'll be definitely playing some ranked solo queue. I'm still playing classic Wrath a lot, and I've kind of cleaned it up. I'm not really playing a whole lot of alts at the moment. I've just been playing my rogue in each game, and that's really good because then it's more likely that you guys will get video content, because a lot of the time when I play alts, you never hear about it. Now, obviously, my Mage Lock and a couple other classes have made it onto the channel, H-Pally, over the years. But when I'm uploading Rogue stuff, you're more likely to see Rogue stuff. That's just how it works. And so if you like this video, please give the video a like. I'm going to follow this video up with my first look at the assassination talents in Dragonflight. I had a lot of fun kind of going through them. And I think my build actually flashed on screen here in the middle of the video somewhere. So go back and check for that if you're in a panic. I kind of like how the build turned out. I kind of focused on single target burst damage over time. I felt like I had too many buttons in these quick exchanges in this solo shuffle, so I couldn't properly use the rotation I wanted to before the game ended. So there might be some room for some optimization there. But anyway, yeah, like, comment, subscribe for more. We'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.